about 17 minutes until kickoff starts. And we're going to have Coach Kempe joining in the commentary box today. Great point of pride for him to see a team like this. Kempe, you know, someone who with the club right from the beginning, and to get to see them today in the current form. You know, this is such, as Coach James said in his interview, there's a lot. The club wants to get much further than this, but what an amazing progress we're already at to have boys playing at this level. And incidentally, we had just this last week. I had the pleasure of filming a national practice where they were focusing on switching the ball, some wide play, and let's have a quick look at how that went.
Today was finding the target man, getting the ball out wide. There are two teams in the middle, 4v4. They are trying to combine 3 passes, then get it to the target man, and then the target man will either cross it in, lay it off, and the people with the ball are trying to do a one-touch finish. This is the perfect drill to get them in the rhythm of just getting in front of goal, getting those one-touch shots off, because sometimes they tend to take a touch, look up, and by that time the defender's right at their feet. So this really forces them to get the ball in, get themselves in good body positioning, and then just rip it. This should translate into goals, getting into more dangerous positions, breaking more lines, being way more aggressive when we're going forward, possibly getting into early crosses, early positions, so they can be getting in behind.
There you go, some real quality from the boys in practice last week. Getting the ball out wide, feeding into space, and let's hope they can find some of that quality onto the field today. What's up, Kempe?
Josh.
How's it going? Let's see. Dushy, how's it going? This is my friend Dushy.
Hey,
This is
how you doing, man?
Kempe.
I heard about you, man.
Yeah. Kempe is my.
I heard some horrible things about you.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
And
That's what you want, right?
Dushy, how much do I? Well, you know what? We're on air right now. We've got Coach Kempe's joining us in the microphone box. I'm just gonna get him set up. In the meantime, we've got the boys with their great warm up right now. We have about 10 minutes until kickoff, guys. We were going to have Coach Kempe in the commentator's box right now, but typical Coach Kempe, he is off over to helping Coach James, moving the goal. Always doing his best to get the game going, Coach Kempe. So he will be joining us for the game. And here we have the boys right now, just getting their IDs. And guys, if you're in the stream, it would be great. Please do comment. Unfortunately, I cannot directly reply to comments when I'm watching the game because I have to turn it to portrait mode, and it's a very finicky setup. But appreciate them so much, and I will be checking them at halftime. What's up, Coach Pete? How you doing? I'll see you. This is my friend Dushunt.
Hey,
He's helping me with the video stuff.
Nice to meet you, man. See you, Kempe?
He's over there with the goal. Coach James, yeah. All right. And we have Coach Pete. Up to trouble as normal. What's in the bag, Coach Pete?
You'll find out.
All right. So guys, just a reminder, we have at the moment Park Slope United National 2008 level on points with Valencia at the top of the table. 1-2, drawn 1. Stony Brook has played only one game this season, so they lost. But Coach James has been very clear, there is no easy game in this league. It's a very tight, very competitive league. And boys are really going to have to be on it, have to be hungry for it today. Oh, good man. All right. And we now have Coach Kempe joining us in the commentary box. Coach Kempe, how are you doing today?
Doing good, man.
How you feeling about this game today?
Feeling pumped. It's always great to watch the PSU kids play, you know.
And of course,
I'm looking forward to see some good soccer.
And of course, they've had a really good start to the season national. They're joint top of the table. Mm-hmm. They are 7 points, 1-2, drawn 1. What are you expecting against Stony Brook? Is Stony Brook traditionally a strong team? Are they going to have to be on their game today, the boys?
Yeah, I feel like the boys, whatever competition comes their way, they have to be ready because now they stepped up into a tougher league, tougher division, you know. So we have to be on our P's and Q's and just ball out when we get the chance. Right?
And of course, some of these boys have been with the club since the beginning, since 2012. What does that mean to you, having been a founding member of this club? You know, starting when there was just 20 kids maybe out on this field, and now we have 800, and we've got a quality travel team with some of those original boys. What does that mean to you?
It's, to be honest, man, it's refreshing to see, you know, that we have our hands in a good way, to be honest, impacting kids' lives. If you look over there, it's just incredible talents, incredible people as well. You know, Will, he has been with us since the very beginning. I remember, you know, maybe when he was 4, he was here with us, and Dagan as well. He's one of the pioneers of the club, repping pioneers of the club.
So we got some real pioneers.
Real pioneers here. Jedi, been here for a long time. Gavin, Solomon, Dagan. I said you already. He's pointing at himself.
Dagan flexing. Right,
that's Dagan right there.
We'll let them have their team talk.
Yeah.
But so, along this theme, Coach Kempe, of these boys, many of these boys being at the beginning of the club, I asked some of the national parents, families, to send in pictures from when their kids
were
early in the club. Now, I didn't get too many mortifying ones where they're really young. I do have one, but I just wanted to get you. I want to see if any of these bring back memories for you.
Look, and that's the manager over there, Coach Gianluca.
Coach Gianluca. I wish we had one of when he was a little boy.
Coach Gianluca, we need a picture of you when you were
a little boy.
Playing
time.
soccer.
All right, here we go. So we got here's the first one we got, Coach Kempe. We have the boys when we're still playing in white. Do you remember when would this have been, this picture?
That picture must have been like 2 to 3 years ago at Pier 5.
Pier 5.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Chelsea at that point. But most of, I think quite a few of these guys are now on the national team. Right now we have Matteo, Dagan, Alex, Solomon. Let me see who else we have there. Gavin, Kieran, Repin. All these guys are now a part of the national team. And for those who don't know what the national team is, basically at this age, this is when we combine both groups. We have 2 groups going up to this age group. And then at this age, we have A and B. We call the A team national, the B team regional team.
And so this might be what, you've always stressed community. Nate Bell's always stressed community. This might be what has kept a lot of these boys coming back through the years. Yeah. It's a great picture of.
Yeah, just those bus rides.
So some of those long bus rides to Long Island.
Yeah.
They'd probably be pretty miserable if you didn't like the people on your team.
Yeah.
I think luckily these boys do.
Yeah.
We've got, here looks like a moment of success.
Yes.
What was this?
I think this was Hershey a year and a half ago, something like that. Yeah, that was a brilliant moment for the boys. They came out victors. Coach James obviously has been spearheading this group and been there with them for a while.
Now we're starting to move back a little bit in time, and if these boys ever see this, they may not forgive their parents. They're all teenagers. We have young Repin here. How long ago do you think this is? To us, I couldn't even recognize it.
Because that was like vintage PSU jersey. That was a long time ago. Like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Maybe 5. That was Repin and Lucas. These guys were like with us from the very start. Lucas is now on the regional team. Repin is on the national team. But it's refreshing seeing these things.
Yeah. Now the youngest one we have, ironically, is a kid who just joined the club.
Yeah.
But that will not stop me for 1 second from showing it. I think he must be about 3 or 4 right here. It's Bruno.
No, obviously, you know how I know it was Bruno. It's not that he looked like him. It's just because of the whole Roma kit.
He's a big Roma fan.
Yeah, this kid is a big Roma.
That's impressive. I mean, that's a full. I wonder who's on the back. That might be Totti's time, probably.
Yeah.
Could even be Totti back then. So
we got some more there. These are fun.
That's all we got right now, Kempy. But national parents, I hope that I'm going to have the pleasure of streaming you guys in future. For those of you who have not embarrassed your kids today, I'm disappointed, and I hope you will do it next week or whenever it is.
Yeah.
So let's have a look. We have got about 3 minutes into kickoff. Here's the boys in the huddle. Let us go through the lineup. Coach Kempy, would you mind introducing each of these players? Yeah. So, to start with, we have number 3, Aiden.
Aiden in goal. So another one who has been with us for a long time.
And what kind of player is he? He's one of the captains, right?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, we're gonna let Kempy go for now. He's gonna come back to the commentators box. He's got 2 jobs of expert, and also that's good, of expert as well as general manager, as well as about 2 million other things. So we have Aiden Duff in goal, one of the team captains. He's been described to me as a great leader, someone who's going to lead from the back, really get them sorted out. Next we have Dagan, someone who has been at the club since the very beginning, and he plays in the centre midfield, a real playmaker, intelligence on the ball, got a lot of vision. We have number 4, Hugo Barron, centre back with great anticipation. He's always in the right place at the right time. Also got some good skill in the ball, which is becoming an increasing necessity for the modern defender. You have to be good on the ball. Number 7, Matteo, Swiss Army knife of the national team. He can really play anywhere, incredibly versatile. Another person who's been with the team since the beginning. We have number 8, Tao, very gifted, never afraid to take a player on, got great technical ability. Got Jules, centre attacking midfielder. He joined the club recently. He's got great ability to take players on and find the pass. We have Solomon, another playmaker. Shows great grace in the ball, always got his head up, great intelligence, someone who you can really expect to dictate the tempo of the game. Kieran, our right back, right winger, he will cover every yard on the right side of that field, a tireless worker. We have Eduardo, another one of our captains. He can play either on the right wing or the centre midfield, and he always finds the dangerous ball, always finding the dangerous ball. We have number 15, Alexander Roy, a really exciting prospect, got great ball work, gets his head up, composed at the back, sets the tempo at the back, shows assurance. Reppin, left or right winger, another original PSU travel player right from the start of the programme. You get him in front of goal, you can bank on him to normally put it away. Number 19, Will Diamond, left back, very crafty, very smart on the ball. He will get you out of a tight spot more often than not. Very excited to see him on the left side. We have Gavin Spector, left and right winger. Another speed on the side. We have Jedi, another speedy player. And Samuel, the prowler up front, poacher, always sniffing around for a goal. And Bruno, who was so unfortunate to be embarrassed by his parents with that young picture, but a very, very gifted player. Just joined the club recently, got great technique, and he's a real leader. There is our national lineup, and here we are about to begin the game. Both teams lining up. National is in the green, in the famous Park Slope United green, and we have Stony Brook in the white. We're just going to pull this up to the halfway line. And off we go, underway. Can National build upon their great start to the season of 2 wins, a draw, and keep pushing for that top promotion spot? Here we go, on the left with Ed. He plays it into Dagan, a nice 1-2. Ed down to the byline, searching in the middle, back to Dagan. Dagan in and around the penalty area. Searching into Solomon. Solomon trying to bend it, and it's going to the back post, and it's just gone wide. What a fantastic start from the PSU boys. Dagan and Ed having a beautiful interchange down on the left side. Exactly the kind of positive start that Coach James would have wanted today. Here we go, throwing back in. Stony Brook with their first bit on the ball. One back by Dagan. Searching up for Matteo. And here comes Tao on the right side. Feeds it into Matteo. Matteo can't quite find it. PSU testing early. Alex feeding it up to Matteo. Matteo challenging for the ball. And Matteo looks like he's going to be a handful already. Fighting around for the loose balls. Stony Brook have it back on the right, but immediately Will pushing up on that left side. Finding into Matteo again, who's having a lot of the ball early on. He tries to jig his way through. Tao is on the turn, he's on the edge of the box. Can't quite find his man. Solomon pulling in to Dagan. Dagan cutting. Down back to Alex. Feeds it outright. And that looks like Gavin Spector out there. So we look at the lineup. We have Hugo. Sorry, we'll start with it. We've got Aiden in goal at the moment. We have Hugo and Alex at centre back. Will at left back. Kieran at right back. Gavin at the right midfield. Dagan and Solomon in the central midfield. Ed on the left, and up front, leading the line, Tao and Matteo. throwing for Stony Brook in their half, who haven't had the ball yet in the Park Slope half. They're coming, but can they get somewhere now? They're breaking away in the halfway line. Alex with the ball up to Tao. Feed it into Solomon. Solomon, a little bit of a loose pass out to Gavin. Stony Brook is back with the ball. Solomon feeding into Dagan. Dagan finding Tao. Tao with a lovely little touch out to Ed. And Ed trying to cut in onto his right foot. Back to Tao. Can't quite interchange, but Tao with a lovely awareness there. Kieran with a little bit of an overambitious shot. And it's back with the Stony Brook goalkeeper. Stony Brook trying to find the left wing up there. Couldn't quite connect it. And it is a Park Slope United throw. Kieran throwing it back in. Tao working his way down the right side, making it to the byline. He's got 3 green shirts in the middle. He just runs out of play. Such an exciting player to watch on the ball, though. Really shows no fear when he gets on it. Beating defenders and incredibly creative on the pitch. Stony Brook going for the short goal kick. Immediately Gavin closing it down, and it's gone long, just over Dagan. And now Stony Brook, can they break away? Oh, it's a good searching ball. And they're down on the right side, working hard to get it, and it's a decent effort, and that's a warning for PSU there. First time that Stony Brook has got it into their half. It was a great ball in behind the PSU defence, but just couldn't quite capture. Here we go, it's another throw in. You good one? Oh, good. Let's just get this through. Yeah, you come this side, come this side. It's out for a PSU throw. And we have Coach Kempe back from sorting out the field permit issue. So thankfully this game can carry on. Tao with a nice ball in to Ed. Ed feeding it in to Solomon. And here comes Ed. And it's been a good, really strong start this opening 5 minutes from PSU. Can they capitalise on the dominance? Coach Kempe, who would you say? It looks like there's a lot of time to play. Would you pick out one particular attacking threat out there for the Park Slope United team?
I think, as you can see, they're just working together so well, especially from the midfield. This is part of like what we're about. We want the kids to, move the ball around and just rely on each other, be empathetic, So I think they're doing a good job getting the ball forward.
Yeah.
As you can see, they're pressed into the opponent's half, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, it's been a really strong start from the boys so far.
Yeah.
And here we go. We've got it's up in the air. Dagan just trying to bring it down. Ed now working his way on the left. Nice little touch around, but Stony Brook defender is quick to get in there.
But I have to say, like I watched one game so far, and Edward, number 14 winger, he has been really impressing. Just the skill, tenaciousness, and just being in the game, and he just played with a lot of poise.
And here comes Tao. He's knocked into Matteo. Matteo's got a couple of options. He goes for the turn for himself, and it's a good shot, but the keeper gathers it well. Matteo has also looked very dangerous in these early few minutes, always looking to create that shooting opportunity.
Yeah, Matteo, he always wants it, It's always good to have a striker who's willing to do.
Yeah, a little bit selfish as well, right? Which isn't a bad thing for a goal scorer at all. Because he had a few options there, but he was really set on getting himself, and he got a good shot away.
That's being a striker, right?
Yeah, that's what it's about. And up it comes now. Stony Brook again trying to break away. Just the second time they've gone in, but they are looking dangerous in the wide areas. Pushing it down the left. Kieran has a little slip. And off they come. But Dagan tracks back well from the centre of midfield. And
It's a little bit slippery, right?
It's a little bit slippery this turf. Not sure why, it hasn't been raining, but Stony Brook has the first corner of the game. It's fed in and it's shot. And Solomon showing his usual composure with a great pass up to Gavin Spector. Gavin couldn't quite bring it under a spell. But PSU get themselves out from the corner.
Little man there winning that battle right there. The biggest guy in the field.
There you go, it's a good win by Alex. And up to Ed, bringing it down well. Tao feeding it back. And Alex looking for the direct option, and Mateo's chasing it down, and Stony Brook defence had to be very alert to the danger there. And it is PSU corner, getting their first corner of the game. Ed to take it. Or it's actually, so going to be a throw in right down by the corner flag. And Dagan coming in short to receive it. It's a hopeful ball up in the air, but Gavin was really looking alive to it and just got a nice little flick in it. Couldn't quite steer it in, but the keeper has already been made to work on the Stony Brook end.
Mateo again with that tireless work rate, right?
Who Gavin?
Mateo.
Mateo, yeah.
He's always willing to work. That's a good trait of a striker, you know.
Has that traditionally been his position, or is he?
Nah, he's actually just getting into it a little bit. So he's obviously still learning a little bit.
And here comes Ed feeding it in. Oh, and Coach Kempy's called out the Edwards threat, and it certainly seems to be on point right now. Ed cutting in. He's tried to do that a few times already in the opening moments, and beautifully crafted shot, but just wide of the post. Stony Brook again going for the short corner, and Mateo closing down hard, and it's a little bit of a loose ball, but the keeper has it. Ed now on the other side, and it looks like that is going to be another goal kick for Stony Brook, but PSU really not giving them any time to possess the ball. After it goes. Kieran alerts the danger, finding it back to Aiden. Gets a good foot through the ball.
Wild one there by Aiden. Normally very good at finding someone.
That's distribution. How long has he been in goal for?
He's been, I think he has always been shown interest in being a goalie, but again, like being a player at PSU, we don't assign anyone. When at age 9, 10, we're not assigning you as a goalie, but he has shown interest from a very young age that he wanted to be a goalie, and now he's like really getting the training and all that he needs, and he's developing very finely, I think.
And it's a hopeful hoop. He's going to be tested here, Adrian. It's on the bounce, and he watched it well. Never a fun ball to receive when it's coming up from the air, and you've got a striker closing you down. Show good composure, and up he goes. And Ed and Mateo closing it down, and the defender has let it drop, and Mateo's now on it. Can he get under a spell? Oh, he just can't quite, but it's fallen to Dagan. Dagan trying to chase it back down. Good pressure from the PSU, pressing as a unit there to force an error. And Will Diamond takes the throw in to get the ball back in. Tao coming in short, and Alex always searching for that quick direct ball, and Dagan now pushing up. Stony Brook down the line. And it's Edward getting sandwiched there. Some very quick feet to get between the two boys and winning himself a free kick. Quite an even game right now, Kempe.
Quite an even game, yeah.
Balance, feels in the balance. PSU came off with a strong start, but it feels settled down a bit. Stony Brook have managed to come a little bit more into it. Solomon there with a nice ball into Tao. The ball's going long. Adrian more than puts his foot through it. Solomon losing initially, but doing well to recover. Here's Stony Brook in the middle. Kieran alive to the danger. And a little bit of a loose ball out. Dagan finding Solomon into Kieran. Lovely turn by Dagan. And he finds a super searching ball out to Eduardo, and he's got a one-on-one here. Tries to cut in, just gets pegged in by the defender. It's a good defender, watched the ball well. Dagan's back on the ball now. Does a lovely little reverse ball to Solomon. Solomon trying options. He finds it back to Dagan. Dagan can't quite find the next pass. And it falls back to him on the edge of the box. He finds it into Solomon. He can't quite connect that pass, but it's back with a green shirt again and some heavy pressure, a little bit loose from Alex. And Coach Kempe, Dagan's another player who's been with the club since right at the beginning. He's a very accomplished, visionary player, technical, and he's got the intelligence. Is that kind of typical to you think what the PSU approach is
Yes,
trying to produce?
Yes. So these two boys, Dagan a little bit longer than Solomon, but these two boys have been with Coach James, PSU, for over 6 years, and you could just see, man, they're very technical, very smart. Not only that, they're very physical as well.
Yeah.
They get, they cover a lot of yards.
And it's through right now to Mateo. Can he finish it? Oh, and it's just gone over. And it's a great breaking ball.
You need that delicate touch right there.
Yeah,
Eh?
just need that finesse.
But guess what? That will come. The run was there.
Yeah.
He made the run.
Yeah. And we have some substitutes coming on.
We have Bruno going in, Repin going in, Jules, Jedi. Jedi is going in at left wing. Sam going in up top. Tal coming out. Karen, Gavin, Mateo.
It's a big sub change.
Yeah.
But as I understand, all the boys of this team are in a very, very high level. Is that's fair to say, Kemp?
Yes. Like the boys who just replaced the guys who were on, who started. It's insane, to be honest.
And Bruno with his
Very
first
poised
addition, finding the other side. That looks like that's Repin on the right side, and Bruno with looking on the overlap. But Solomon searching ball in, just over hit, but the right idea certainly. The subs making an immediate impact. So can you speak to me a little bit about Bruno Kempe? I've heard some very strong things about him. He just joined the club.
Yes.
What kind of player can we expect when we see him?
Bruno is he's a very tough player. Very defensive minded. He liked to, get the job done and ensure that there's safety, within the final third right here. Like, he does a really good job at covering ground as well. He could play anywhere around the back, to be honest.
He's a very versatile player.
He uses his left just as good as his right. So.
And is there any reason that he's a Roma fan? Is he? I
think his dad.
He's got some Italian heritage.
Yeah, I think his dad. If you see him, if you could spot him, he's always in some Roma gear.
Falls to Dagan. Dagan showing great composure. Alex, nice ball out. And it's the first touch for Jedi. Jedi finding it down. Oh, it's just a little bit overhit for Sam. So yeah, it looks like we have Sam leading the line now, with Jules just sitting in behind him in the number 10 role. Jules is a recent addition to the club as well.
Yeah. Jules, very technical player. He came to us, I think, a year and a half ago. Really, really delighted to have a player, of this quality with us. Very, very technical player. He likes to do his little tricks, but at the same time being effective. And,
Solomon going for a speculative long range. Oof. Oh, and it's just gone over the bar. For a moment, it looked like it was going to drop beneath. Excellent effort for Solomon.
Great stuff right there.
Yeah, it must have been about 25 yards out.
Yeah. Great technique to pop that up and just go for it quickly.
And guys, just a reminder, you can follow everything PSU on our Instagram handle down below. And 2008 National is one of how many? 11 travel teams?
In the club?
In the club?
There are 16 travel teams.
16 travel teams.
Yeah, 16.
So to follow National and all the other talented boys and girls who are in the club.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the Instagram.
Nice touch. Boys working it around now, getting a little bit more comfortable.
And Jules finds that space. He finds it into Sam. And Jules looks like he's going to cause some big problems in between the lines. Solomon's trying to force his way through, can't right, but he's done well to retain the ball. Finds Sam. Sam with a beautiful turn. He's thrown goal.
Oh, good try.
And it's
what a turn.
What a fantastic turn by Sam.
The way he uses his body to just put the defender out of the picture.
And they're just missing the final finish right now. They've had a couple of good chances now, PSU. They need to capitalise on one. They have another chance here. They've got a corner.
You needed to go far post there, right?
Yeah, far post. The same with Matteo, I feel like, as well before.
Far post.
It's not particularly big goalkeeper either in the Stony Brook goal. You feel like it's gone to the near post. Jedi trying to get a touch, but he can't. And away comes Stony Brook. But Jules making a great intervention, and the referee's given it. It's a little soft in my opinion, but either way, it probably was a move that Jules needed to make.
Yeah.
Because Stony Brook were looking dangerous on the break, and they've shown that threat. But PSU really starting to impose their will on the game again.
Yeah, we're definitely getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah. And you weren't lying about there being no real difference in the starts and subs quality. If anything, it's been stronger the last 5 minutes. They've injected new energy, and here comes one of them, Bruno down the right. He's finding it to Reppin. Reppin can't quite capitalise it, and Stony Brook. But it's just a swarm of green shirts around. They've got it back. Jules, who was for a playmaker, showing some great tracking back as well. And Dagan finding Bruno out on the right. Bruno with a nice little twist. And it's fed in. It's a hopeful ball more than anything, but it's going to cause Stony Brook some problems. They've got to get it out, and they do, but only as far as Solomon. Solomon brings it down again. And here it comes to Alexander, showing his usual composure on the ball. And Dagan feeding it into Jules.
Nice feet.
Jules back to Juno, and PSU just patiently in the ball back. But Hugo's run into a little bit of trouble. Alexander very alert to the danger zone, winning it back. And what a great distributor Alexander is, Coach Kempe.
Yes. Fun fact, he used to be a striker before, so pretty good on the ball. Big boy as well, right?
Yeah, very big.
That helps for the center back position. And he just has such a good understanding of the game. Calm in possession.
Yeah, it seems like he really sees the whole field when he has it. And here's Hugo. Hugo doing well. He's under a little bit of pressure there. Slightly overhit the pass, and Bruno can't salvage it. How was that transition for Alexander, going from being the goal scorer to the goal stopper?
If you talk to him, like he likes being a striker, but he's a team player. he will do anything to help the team.
And,
But he knows that, you know, he's also very strong in defense, so he's needed by the team there.
And Bruno there with a nice win. It's fed up, and it's a hopeful ball more than anything. But PSU are going to have to deal with it. Here's Alexander on it, plays it safe out, and Stony Brook definitely been looking for the more direct approach, and it is going to test the PSU defense. They've been up to the challenge so far, but they're going to have to stay alert all game.
Coach James asking the boys to, you know, get a grip of the ball.
A
move
bit
it
more
around.
possession of it.
Yep. Sometimes, you know, they get a little bit panicked.
Yeah.
And
Off goes Solomon into Dagan. Dagan with
What a ball.
almost a super ball. Fortunately, Sam didn't quite get who the target was. Jedi now feeding it out to Dagan. Dagan showing some great grace on the ball, and he cuts inside. He's blind
Hey!
too, and it's a cynical trip by the Stony Brook, and Dagan doing fantastic work out on the left wing.
Well done. Looking like a winger there.
Yeah, he's looking like a winger.
What was your game?
Here we go, PSU. We're approaching the end of the first half. You feel like they deserve a goal. They're going to be unhappy if they don't go in with a lead. with the
Jedi
chance
could
they've
have ripped
had.
them.
Jedi sending it in. Feeding the keeper's dropped it, and it's Josh Solomon, and it's going to land back to Jedi. And he got good power in it. The direction was a little bit wild.
Awesome stuff there by Jedi to follow up as well.
Yeah, he was really alert to it, wasn't it? It was almost like a 1-2 with the goalkeeper.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. Such a brave kid.
he threw himself in there.
Yeah.
And here we go, Stony Brook goal kick, and let's see if they go for another short one. It has invited pressure onto, but you've got to commend go for possession. They've gone for a long one in this case. Only as far as Solomon with a nice touch out to Reppin. Reppin cutting inside, runs into a little bit of trouble. And it's back with Stony Brook on the left side. Solomon winning it back, and how many times has Solomon been in the right position to win this ball back?
Great anticipation, right?
Yeah, fantastic anticipation. Dagan with a beautiful spin, plays it to Solomon. Solomon, trying to find Jules, but Dagan now spreading it out to Jedi on the left. Jedi cuts inside. Back at
Nice
Jules,
touch.
who's got a little bit of space,
Great
and
stuff,
he's
great
just
stuff.
into the hands. But so sharp with the touch to set himself up. Knew exactly what he's going to do, and it really feel like it's going to be a matter of time with PSU. They need to put away one of these chances. And it's another
That's
fantastic
incredible
turn by Jules. That was Dennis Bergkamp-esque, and it's gone down to Sam, and Sam can't quite. But Sam is making some great runs in behind, and it's only as far as Dagan. Stony Brook just cannot get the ball out, and Solomon back in possession of the ball. Jules.
Taking a hold of the ball, making smart plays.
And here comes Jedi, and it's dropped. And the keeper just managed to catch him there. But Jedi is looking hungry for the goals. He's really testing the keeper the last few minutes. And Bruno, a little bit too physical for the referee's liking. And it's
Boys starting to get a grip of the game.
Yeah, Coach James asked for it.
Yeah.
And
They listen. They're responding to him.
and it's sent long, but Dagan heads out to Reppin. That's a Bruno. Here's Stony Brook with the ball in the middle. It's well out by Bruno, using his height. And Reppin can't quite find a way through, but it's a park slope throw in. As we approach this last few minutes off, Coach Kempe, how do you feel Coach James will feel about how this first half has gone for the boys?
I feel like he'll be okay with going in 0-0, but at the same time, the boys, they could have put a couple of them away. I'm sure he's going to stress that halftime that we need to finish these chances, but they're trying to play the right way, and I feel like that's always a big plus, you know, when they actually play the way that we want to play. Sometimes goals don't come from it, but just keep knocking on the door, right?
Yeah, they've certainly had the chances.
Amazing skill there by Solomon.
Yeah, there you go. Solomon showing some real grace, and sometimes it looks like the dancer on the ball. And Bruno trying to get down to the byline, sends it in. Did well to create the space for the cross, but couldn't quite find it.
We saw these boys working on crosses in recent practices.
We did.
It would be great to see one of these, you know, actually come to something.
Yeah, Solomon in that session got 2 towering headers on the ball. Maybe he can find himself one.
Nice
Here we go. Repping, Venus Solomon to Jules. Jules always looking busy. Always looks like he's got an idea up his sleeve, and he's forced a throw in. And we have Ed
going back in.
Coming back in, and looks like it's Reppin coming off.
Okay, he's going in at right.
Reppin putting in a
great shift by Reppin.
Covered a lot of ground.
Antagonizing the defender over there.
Yeah.
Reppin is a PSU Robin. He likes to do that, you know, lateral dribble, just like you know that dribble by Robin.
Yeah. And try and cut in on the shot.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that the Stony Brook defenders are looking forward to facing that again in the second half.
I'm not too sure. Nice.
And Jules battling well and coming away with it. Sending the ball in, and just taken off the toe, but it's dropped to Dagan. And PSU are getting that ball in the danger area. They just can't quite find that finishing touch. And they have to be careful, because here comes Stony Brook, and Stony Brook is showing, but Jedi just
good stuff by Jedi.
Steaming back by Jedi, and Alexander commanding on a great ball to Jedi. And Jedi over the head. Can you get onto it? Fantastic work by Jedi down the left, and he's won. PSU are thrown in a dangerous area. It's very refreshing, Kempi, to see wingers that really work. Work for the team.
Yeah. Jedi is one of those team players.
Yeah.
You know.
There we go. Solomon feeding it in to Ed, and once again just searching to try and get that ball onto his right foot, and he does. And it's just wide again. And Ed,
very tricky.
Third effort.
Very tricky to mark.
When he shapes up, you can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to cut in, and one of these is going to connect. Getting such a good strike on the ball. And they've gone in with the short corner. And we're in the last must be about the last minute of this half. Definitely been a PSU
Gavin.
well on top.
Gavin going in.
Gavin coming in for this last stage of the first half. Is it 35 minutes each half, Kempi? Or
Yeah, 35.
Okay, so we've got about another 5 minutes left. Into Dagan. Dagan bringing it down beautifully.
Nice interchange there.
And he goes for the shot, can't quite convert.
Good tackle.
Bruno winning it back, and how on top of it Bruno's been since he's come on. Has not let a ball past him yet.
That's for sure with him. Like.
And Will covering well, and Jules covering every blade of grass as well so far. It's a hopeful ball by Stony Brook, and Alexander with a beautiful touch.
Excellent stuff by the. Now you see the striker in him.
Composure, ice control, ice composure, and it's a beautiful ball out to
job.
Jedi. Jedi feeding it in. Oh, and it's gone over the bar. But definitely not what he meant to do. He's looking for one of his wingers in the box, but could well have ended up in. And Gavin coming on for Dagan.
Yo, you're gonna leave me hanging.
Dagan putting in a great shift in this first half. And it looks like Jedi is moving into the central midfield with Solomon, and Gavin is occupying the left wing. And just a reminder, guys, you can watch the highlights, pre-match build-up, and the post-match interviews for this game and all the other live stream games up on the PSU YouTube page. The link is in the description below. Subscribe to see more of National, more of some of the parts like fantastic travel teams. Earlier today, we did Roma, who recorded, I believe it was a 3-0 win against Chelsea Peers. Their third win out of 3 games. And we're only about halfway through the travel season. And into Solomon. Trying to find it outright, can't quite with the searching pass. And up it goes now. The PSU's got to stay alert here, right towards the end half. It would be a real sucker punch to let in a goal right now after the way they played. Stony Brook feeding it outright. And it's a searching ball, and Adrian comfortably gathers. They haven't had the ball much in Park Slope half, Stony Brook, but you have to say they have looked like they posed a little bit of a threat when they've got in there. And Solomon finding Ed out on the right.
Silk touch by Jules. Amazing stuff there by Jules.
And it's up to Sam. Trying to feed Gavin. Gavin is going to do well to keep that in, and he has. He's kept it in. And he does well on the byline, just can't quite get the right cross, but it's a PSU throw-in. Searching in. And it's back to Bruno. And there we go.
That's half.
First half. What do you think Coach James might have to say to the boys, Kempe?
You know, finish the chances.
Finish the chances, that's
think,
it, right?
Yeah, I think that's going to be the main chat. Finish the chances and, you know, be a little bit more aggressive when you're in the final third.
They've been doing a lot of things right, haven't they, this game?
Yeah. We have the regional boys here supporting their brothers.
Oh, how's it going?
We have Gabe and we have Victor.
Victor. You know what, I'm going to pull out our lav mics for a sec, Kempe, so that we can hear these boys. How do you feel like the game has gone so far?
I think it's gone pretty well. They've been passing it pretty well, but one thing I think they could have done better was keep it on the ground more. And they're kind of like forcing little passes, but just play simple.
So you think maybe forcing a little bit, but
Yeah.
Definitely been the more dominant team today,
Yeah,
haven't they?
they've
So far.
definitely been playing. The other team's just been kicking it up, and they haven't really passed it around.
And Gabe, would you like to explain why you're wearing such a disgraceful shirt to this game?
I think we'll stop there.
Yeah, I think we will, Gabe. I'm about to cut this. This whole show. Who do we have over here?
Victor.
Victor, what's your thoughts on the game so far?
Well, I agree with what Gabe said, how they were forcing it sometimes too much, and how they could have kept it on the ground. But I also thought the defensive line was holding really well.
Holding really well, huh?
Yeah, that's true.
So, and how was regionals game yesterday?
It was a tie. We really didn't finish our chances.
Yeah.
So it was 0-0.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did.
Okay. So thank you very much, Victor. I'm gonna find a parent to ambush Kempe. I'm gonna borrow your microphone just for 1 second.
We'll
be
can
back
I go
with Coach-
have some grub?
Yeah, we'll get some grabs. All right, I'm gonna be back with Coach Kempe in the commentary box shortly. Let's see which parent I could just totally put on the spot here. Guys, who would like to do a half-time interview? Don't all say yes at once, or else I will pick randomly. You've got about a 1 in 20 chance. I did you last week, Solomon.
I don't have anything to say.
I'm gonna in the red jacket. I'm going to pick. Oh, Bruno's dad, the Roma mask. What's your name, Bruno's dad?
Rob,
Rob, how do you feel like the game's gone so far?
we're dominating. We're doing everything right except putting the ball in the net. The team's hustling. We're showing our talent. We're showing our skill and our speed. It's just that final touch. We got to get the ball in the net.
And Rob, was it you or someone else in the family who shared that picture of Bruno when he was?
That was me. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think he'll ever forgive you? Did he know you were going to do that?
He does not know.
Okay.
He does not know.
Maybe don't show him the live stream. Why is it that? What is the Roma obsession for you?
Been since my first love was the Italian national team in '82, and then it became Roma soon after that. My grandmothers are both from right outside Rome and Napoli, and It was just something I feel like we were born into, but we weren't. But my son certainly was.
Yeah.
So.
Did he have a name on the back of that Roman jersey?
That one was Totti.
Totti. I thought it might be the legend.
The first
one.
one.
And only.
Yeah.
And I understand that Bruno has just joined the club. How's this experience been so far?
Yeah, it was a January transfer. He's loving it. He loves his coach, James, and his teammates have been fantastic. And I think James has really unlocked him, and he's starting to show his true potential. So.
Yeah, he's looked very commanding at the back so far.
Thank you.
And what would your score prediction be for the second half? Do you think the boys are going to be able to finish?
Yeah, I think we're going to put 3 in and not give any. So, no conceding. So
all right.
3-0.
Okay, thanks very much, Rob. And I hope you and Bruno can work out after when he sees that picture you shared. All right, and we are back into our half-time break right now. Coach James giving the boys team talk. And it is it's a beautiful day out here today. We're about 60 degrees. Probably gonna drop a bit, but it's not too hot, not too cold. Half of a day for soccer. We're so lucky to be out here today, especially with everything going on in the world. Out here in a safe way, getting these boys involved again. And the referee has called the teams back onto the field. We're preparing for second half. And just a reminder, guys, you can follow PSU on YouTube. All the live stream, extended highlights, the post-match interviews, the pre-match build-up goes onto the YouTube channel. Subscribe, follow excellent teams like National 2008 Roma, who we filmed earlier today, 2011, and let's keep spreading the word about what a fantastic club and program we have here. Trying to do this. She's known me for like eight years now, so we've seen many fail.
A lot of people. But not me, right?
Kempy, you're one of the worst because you think you're good.
Let me hear yours. Let me hear yours. Josh. Say Josh.
Josh.
Oh no. Come on.
Sorry.
All right, we're taking mute off, and you stop this nonsense. Oh, I think we were already off mute. Great. Yeah. All right. This is the great team that I get to work with. All right. So, all right, so we can stand over here, because
on the other side.
This side.
Okay.
Let me And we're off in the second half. Can you mind stepping a little bit? Solomon. Oh, he's taking a little bit of a late kick, but he's fed
Gavin.
down Gavin, driving down the right, early, and he's getting into the box. Can he finish it? Oh, and it's a good last minute tackle. Solomon bringing it back well. Let me know if it peaks too much.
Got to finish them, right?
Yeah, got to finish them. But as a really PSU starting
very promising.
The second half exactly how most of the game has gone so far. And it is. How are we lining up in the second half? We have Hugo.
Same back line.
Do you want to talk us through the lineup, Kempy?
Same back line. We got Will in the left back position. Hugo and Alex as the 2 and 4, and as the number 5 we got Kieran, and the same 2 in the middle, Dega and Solomon, and then out wide we have Gavin, and Ed. On top, in attacking mid we have Tal, the little man, and then Mateo is back in forward.
And here we go with Ed with a little bit of a loose touch. And Stony Brook back in possession of it. And they'll really be looking to see if they can get a little bit more of a hold on the game, I think. And just a reminder, PSU right now, a joint top of the table, drew 1-2, and they drew their most recent game against Transylvania FC. They're level with Valencia. Kempi, did you get to see or hear much about that game against Transylvania? Because I know they're a very highly ranked team in New York.
Yeah, the boys spoke a lot about it this week. That they were a little bit unfortunate. Very respectful to the team, very good team. But at the same time, they felt like they could have come away with a victory.
They stood off for them a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And it looks like
I hope that doesn't happen today. I hope they put it in the back of the net.
And Edward certainly isn't showing too much respect. Doing a nice little scissor, can't quite squeeze it past. And Alexander alert to the danger. And the referee giving Solomon a little bit of help, a nice layback. And Solomon, beautiful jink. And it's played out. And Gavin's free on the right. And he's stuck into the back post. Oh, and it's just fish pass. And PSU, they are playing beautifully, but they are not finishing their chances at all. That's that Solomon factor there, Kempi.
Yeah, incredible skill. The way he shaped his body like he was going outside and just came back in.
Incredibly graceful.
Yeah.
And we both played with him a bit in the summer. You probably a lot more than me, but the few times I was on the field with him, it did start to make me feel a little bit old. So I do hold a little bit of resentment against Solomon for that. But it looks like we have 2 balls on the pitch right now, but the players carrying on. The one that counts is back in PSU's hands.
Like one of the players who we idolize at PSU is Luka Modric.
Yeah.
And he uses his body so well to fake he's going one way and just cut the other way.
And he's a player that really has to, doesn't he? Because he's physical. Yeah. Physical. He lacks the physical side. He has to make up with intelligence and. Stony Brook feeding it back in, and
Coach James on Gavin about finishing these chances.
Coach James giving Gavin Alexander there coming with a late tackle there and slamming into the Stony Brook player. So I think Alexander maybe it's one of the bigger boys on the pitch. Stony Brook has got one particularly tall young man, but would not want Alexander's weight coming into me. Gavin back on the field after getting a quick pep talk from Coach James. I think he was a little bit disappointed with the chance he missed.
But knowing Gavin, he always bounces. He's such a strong person.
He always bounces back.
Yeah.
And Hugo alive to the danger there, and it's a great effort, and it's just gone wide. Oh my lord! PSU hearts were in mouths right there. That for all the good chances PSU have had, Coach Abby, I hate to say it, that may have been the best technical volley I've seen of the day.
That's a great volley.
That was just sailing in, and here comes Ed down on the left, and Stony Brook have been a little quicker to close him down so far. Dagan though, breaking through the middle, searching ball forwards to Tao, can't quite find him, and it's down the line, but Dagan again alert to danger. And Coach James has really got to be eager to get that goal, Coach James, because could this be a case where PSU have all the dominance, but Stony Brook could
the game of soccer,
Yeah.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah. There's a lot of games like that in the past where a team has been 100% outplaying the other one. And, Man City is a perfect example these days. They have so much of the ball, but they might just end up losing because teams are so perfectly, put together.
Yeah.
That they can soak up all that pressure sometimes,
Yeah. And it's a searching ball forwards now, and Alexander's going to have to speed going out. Will tracking back as well. He's done. Stony Brook player managed to keep it in. It's a throw in. And they are finding those balls in behind sometimes and stretching the defence. Dagan getting a few little juggles in, can't quite keep it in, and it's Stony Brook throw. And this, got to feel like this would be good for Stony Brook. To the other side and get we don't need to be super tight, but
Good job by Aiden there, great hands.
Aiden picking up, and he's done a quick throw to try and release Gavin. Stony Brook fullback was alert to the danger there. And it is a goal kick to Adrian. Played out to Kieran. Kieran into Solomon. Solomon to Hugo, and nice touch from.
Awesome
and
stuff.
Wow, PSU just playing out, and now Dagan breaking through the midfield. Beautiful play out from PSU. Dagan a little bit loose with the through ball, but that looked straight off the training pitch there. Receiving in the middle. And up he pushes. Nice little ball into Solomon. Solomon feeding it outright, and Gavin can't go on it, but Solomon back in possession. And he beautiful little dink ball into Dagan, and Dagan's fired out to Gavin. Gavin's out on the right, and he's fired it into the back post. Oh, and it was a searching ball by Gavin. A really good drill across the box by Gavin. Dagan and Solomon interchanging beautifully, and Samuel coming on.
Gavin looking dangerous still.
He's really found some good runs out there.
Yeah.
For a great outlet. And Matteo coming to have a break of Samuel. Back to leading the front line. Still 0-0. About 10 minutes into the second half. Definitely been a game which PSU be disappointed not to have scored in so far. Still got plenty of time. Can they continue their great start? Not sure what the Valencia result was today, but if Valencia won, then PSU will need to win as well to keep that spot at joint top of the table. Will throwing it down the line to Reppin, and Tao cutting in. Looking out wide for Gavin, couldn't quite find him. And Dagan alert to it. And Gavin has got a little bit of space now on the right. He's got Tao and Sam in the box. Gavin cuts in onto his left, and he sends it in, and it has just gone past the post. And Gavin, super cut in. Kempe, you told me he bounces back, and he's
coming back. He's gonna get one.
He's looking very hungry for the goal right now.
Amazing curler for a post. Robin-esque.
That really was. You mentioned it, Robin-esque. That really was. Solomon up with a big head. Samuel laying it off to Tal. Tal in around the edge, trying to find Gavin. And Gavin, every time the ball's in around the box, he's doing a searching run. He just wants that ball. It's fantastic to see.
Tracking back as well.
He's tracking back. Yeah, he's covering a lot. Kieran going for the over the top
again.
And Gavin having to fight for it. He's up against a beefy boy there. And Solomon winning it back. Not quite on the same wavelength there for Dagan, which is not something you can say too often. He does well to win it back though. Kieran can't quite find the line pass. And Stony Brook have their throw. And it looks like Coach James is preparing some substitutes. We've got Jedi on the touchline. It's thrown down the line. Alexander well up. So they need to be careful, and Stony Brook releasing their right winger. Reppin putting in a great shift though to recover.
Yeah.
And
Solomon taking a breather.
taking a breather. First time he's come off, right?
Yeah, been impressive all day.
I don't imagine this is the last we've seen of him in the game.
Nah, he's definitely, an imposer.
Yeah. And ref putting again a bit of a shot pull. It looks like the referee didn't spot it, but it's broken to Tao. Tao always getting his head up, searching for it, and Jedi looking for the right. You can see what he was looking for, someone to give an angle. Didn't quite have that option. Stony Brook throw. You talk about Modric-esque players, Kempe.
Yeah.
Tao,
Yeah,
certainly one.
100%. Yeah. Technical and smart.
Yeah. And he's got a little cheekiness in the way he plays almost. And here comes Stony Brook breaking forward. Will with a nice interception, and if he can find Sam, and Sam would not happy with himself. Poor first touch. Will showing some really good anticipation, and he's been someone that we haven't spoken about much, but that's probably a good sign for a defender a lot of times, right?
Yeah. He does his job.
he's kept the drama very low on the left side.
Very low, like he does his job. He never overcomplicates it. Very, very solid player. Technical.
And it's a hopeful ball up by Stony Brook. Well, again, doing a great job tracking back, and it is a Stony Brook throw. And we have another sub coming in. We have Jules. And I imagine we will be seeing him coming on for Tao. And it's Gav. Looks like it's Tao coming off as expected, putting in a good shift in the attacking midfield. Throwing for Stony Brook, in and around the penalty area. Dagan intercepts, and it's a corner though for Stony Brook. PSU is going to have to keep their head about them here. Here we go, it's fed in by Stony Brook. Jedi there on the front post, but the ball's bouncing in and around. PSU have got to get it out, and it's dropped loose, and it's still in, and Jules manages to get an important touch away. Samuel now trying to win it, can't quite get past the Stony Brook line. Stony Brook coming back in, and it's a good ball through, but just over here. And just a reminder to PSU that they really cannot afford to switch off. Adrian with the goal kick. We're approaching the final quarter of the game. Hugo feeding it out right. Kieran, and Kieran driving down. Pushing forward. He can't quite get back, but it's back with Jedi. Playing it back to Hugo. It's Jedi with a nice ball, and Gavin does well to keep it in. And Jules going through. He finds Gavin, and Gavin with another streaking run down the right, and he's going down, trying to cut to the byline. How much confidence is this boy playing with, Kempe?
This boy has all the confidence, man. That's what you want to see, though. You want to see players with confidence, and even after failing so many times, you feel like you can,
And the margin of failure has been thin.
Yeah.
Very thin. He's had some really good attempts, and you just, as you've said, you just sense that if he keeps trying, it's gonna connect, either with an assist or a goal for himself. And Gavin himself now on the throw. And it's interesting, Stony Brook are actually leaving three attackers forwards, keeping PSU's back four all pinned back. And it's a hopeful ball in, and Samuel going for it, and it's dropped! And it's a goal!
Reppin with the goal.
Reppin gets the goal PSU so richly deserved. And with about 10 to 15 minutes left, PSU are 1-0 up. So
Great corner, right in that danger area.
Who was it? Gavin that hit it in.
It wasn't a corner, it was just a lofted ball.
Yeah, it's almost a hopeful knock in, but Samuel did enough to cause trouble, and it bounced kindly, and Reppin made no mistakes this time. And immediately Park Slope United back in, and getting a little bit of rough and tussle there in the middle. It's a Park Slope United free kick. And perhaps this is the goal that can let them open the floodgates. I feel like they've had a bunch of goals in them this game. They've been frustrated so far, but is this going to break the deadlock? Jedi on the free kick. Got 5 green shirts to aim for. Knocks into the back post. Gavin getting a decent head on it, just a little bit too far out to really punish. Jedi doing well, and Gavin keeping the ball in. And here he comes again. He's not finished yet. Finding it to Jules. Gavin just staying on side, and it's a searching ball into Sam, and it's speculative by Dagan. Do you think this goal is going to change the way that PSU approach this game the last 50 minutes?
I feel like they got confidence from that goal now, and you might see a couple more if it continues. But not to sleep on Stony Brook. They have quality, so you could see when they get in the areas they have that direct ball going forward. So you never know.
And up comes the Stony Brook goal kick, straight to Dagan, trying to cushion it for Reppin, just a little bit over hit. And Bruno has just come on for Kieran at the right back. There's another Stony Brook goal kick. Kempi, what do you think the thinking is behind Stony Brook always having that the three up front?
I feel like they want to have a chance on the counter.
Just ping it back. And here it goes through to Samuel. Can he finish it? The keeper's out well, but Samuel's still got it in the edge. He's fed it back to Jules, and it's 2! It's 2-0
Great
to
composure
PSU.
by Samuel. Great composure after missing the goal there to just slot it across the goal. Incredible.
And we thought this might be the goal that could open the floodgates. And do you think they're done?
No, I don't think so. These boys always go for more,
They're always hungry.
All about that, free-flowing attacking football.
Yes.
Always searching for goal.
And even though Samuel playing a significant role, but I'll hold off that thought for a sec, because here comes PSU again, and it's Dagan on the edge. He cuts inside and he's impeded, and it's a free kick. But as I was going to say, Samuel Kempi with a role in both those goals. He challenged for it in the air with the first, and the second one, you're impressed with.
You know what? Sometimes as a striker, you score some, and sometimes you you help out in other ways. Maybe not directly, but just being there.
Yeah, two really
as a presence. Let's go, boys.
Really important contributions for the goals. And PSU, here comes Jedi.
You can rip him.
And he's going for goal.
You can rip him.
And it's straight at the keeper, but really well hit by Jedi.
Yeah, Jedi is known for, his insane free kick since a very young age.
Really?
He's been, very, very, very confident hitting the ball with power.
Jules feeding out to Bruno. Bruno, it's the right idea, looking for Samuel, couldn't quite execute. And I feel Jules has changed the game a bit since he came on. And we have Solomon and Ed preparing to come on. It really does not let up for Stony Brook's defence, unfortunately, with the attacking talent. And it's a pull, and that might be a penalty there.
Pen. That's a pen.
Was it in or out of the box? Let's see what the referee says. She's given the penalty. And
Sam, maybe this is one for the striker.
For Samuel to get what he deserves. And we have Dagan coming off, and also Gavin.
Big
both
man.
boys putting in great shifts. And Ed and Solomon pushing in. Looks like we will have Solomon obviously back in the middle. Ed, I imagine, will be lining up on the left.
Striker feeling confident in this one. Always love to see that. Big heart.
Samuel stepping up. And referee just beckoning her linesman over. Can Samuel make it free? He can! He's buried it in the top corner!
Amazing composure. Tuck that away. Upper 90-ish.
And Sam, a role in all 3 goals, and the last one, a direct goal from him.
Sam came to us like 2 years ago. Awesome. He used to play against us, antagonizing us, but now he's with us, you know.
So
awesome prospect.
How long
as well.
did you say he's been with the club?
Like 2 years.
2 years, yeah. And it's out to Jules, another recent addition. And here he comes, so graceful on the ball.
He really is.
There's a late tackle on him, but the advantage is played. Solomon back. I'll say Jules maybe reminds me a little bit of Ozil.
Ozil.
Would that be a fair comparison, you think?
I think so. The only difference is he's not a lefty, but they play very similar style.
He tracks back as well. That's yeah.
And that as well.
But yeah, the grace he shows.
The grace, yeah.
And it is a Stony Brook corner, but you have to say PSU really in a commanding position. 3 goals in 5 minutes. It took long enough to come. A lot of frustration with some missed chances, but once they opened the gates. And just a reminder, you can see all the highlights of this game, post-match interviews, pre-match for this and other games on our YouTube channel. The link to subscribe in below. As this corner comes in, and Adrian,
great save there by Aiden.
Yeah, that was not a fun ball to deal with there.
He blocked that one out. He motumbled that one out.
And feeding back in for another corner by Stony Brook, and Solomon with a delicate touch on the edge of it.
Could be a nice corner.
Bring it down.
Oh.
And seems not exactly sure what Solomon did there for that other than fall over the ball. But Stony Brook has been given the free kick, and they have it in a dangerous area. And it's definitely still got a bit of time left in this game. PSU aren't going to want to concede there. It's going to make it an uncomfortable final stage of the game. Hayden gets his wall lined up.
Let's see if the wall does its job right now, or fluffs it.
And it's laid back. And Adrian, down
Good
low.
job by Aiden.
Fantastic
Incredible
save.
save.
And that may have been the first proper save he's had to make all game,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Alexander there with a good block.
Alex putting a good shift, just steadying the ship around the back.
Exactly what you need to close out a game like this time of the turn. And how valuable is that to have a goalkeeper who can not have too much to do for most of the game, and then when called on, pull off a save like that.
That's how you that's how you impose yourself as a goalie. Like sometimes you won't have a lot to do in a game, but when you're called upon, we're needed, right? So as a goalie, sometimes you have those games where not much happens, but that one chance might be the only one and the most important one.
They're certainly up to the test on this occasion. As a well-hit free kick got down low very quickly, and Jedi challenging for the ball in the middle. It's fed out to Bruno, and can't quite get the right contact.
He kicked that one into his arm.
He kicked it into his arm. It's a Stony Brook throw-in, and we have Mateo and Tao preparing to come back in. It's 3-0 right now to the 2008 National.
Max.
And this has been a game that PSU really has been on top of the whole way. They had to wait and be patient for their goals. A bunch of good chances that they couldn't quite convert, but scoring midway through this second half, and after that they made very quick work of it. 3 goals in 5 minutes, and here's Jules out on the right side with a raking ball down the line, and Samuel opening up the gas burners. He isn't finished yet. He's got some work to do. He's down in the corner. Lovely reverse ball.
Amazing stuff.
And Solomon feeding it into Eduardo. He's got an overload. He's cutting in on that right. What he's been trying to do, and it's 4-0.
That's a golazo.
And Kempe, he's been trying to do that all game.
day. Yeah, that's an amazing goal, and that shows the quality of Ed, right? We spoke about his quality, and that's what he can do.
And Samuel coming off. What a fantastic shift he's put in today. Also having repping off the goal scorers.
His boys here watching him.
And I have to say, Kempe, when we were about 10 minutes into this half, I felt like this could be a very nervous second half.
Yeah.
Where PSU weren't going to finish and maybe even Stony Brook could steal it, but the game's changed so quickly with just that one goal.
Yeah. You know, you sometimes you get energized, you know, by a goal, or even by instances in the game. That goal certainly energized them to be more aggressive on goal.
Stony Brook with a throw-in as we reach towards the end of this game, and we're not sure what the Valencia result is, but we do know for sure that at the very least this result will send National, keep them at the top of the table, level with Valencia, potentially even ahead of them with goal difference with these 4 goals. And this takes them halfway. They are now halfway through their season after this game. They're going to have a tough run, and they've got still Asphalt Green, very very tough team. And Valencia, currently the team level top, is going to be the penultimate game in Long Island, which could be a very very critical match. Aiden here with a goal kick, playing it short to Alexander. Feeds into Towel, who's back in and always ready to cause some attacking mischief. Ed now playing in, and it looks like Ed is in. See, where is he? He's in the centre.
Centre mid, yeah, he's playing.
And Towel on the left, and Solomon in the number 10 role. So it's a really versatile set of midfielders, Kempe.
Yep.
And Towel with a beautiful knock around.
Right,
Fantastic knock around, and it looks like a really well balanced team, a very reliable defensive foundation, and just every midfielder and attacker has got flair.
Very very true. Very all around team, and as you could see, like the midfield, they could just rotate in whichever manner.
Yeah.
Solomon winning his battle there again. Been incredible all day.
And Solomon, they got a 4-on-3 now. He's put it through to Mateba. Looks like Jules. He's let it run onto Jules. Jules down. He's taken it out wide, and Stony Brook did well to recover there.
Tag legs there by Jules.
Solomon just breaking through beautifully there, and actually it looks like it's been given as a goal kick. If these boys are on their game, do you think, Kempe, that a team can really stop them from scoring goals?
I mean, there's a lot of good teams around New York, but I do believe that these boys, they could compete against most of the teams, the top teams in New York. Obviously, they just got together. Still need some, some time to really figure out how to play together, but
yeah. And so you spoke before the game. This is the first age group to be split into regional and national. Is that correct?
Well, 07 was the first, and this is the second age group. But this is the first age group with the structure of a seasonal shift or a seasonal selection for the team.
So what does that mean exactly? Seasonal selection.
So each season, the teams will be repooled at the end of the season.
I see. They'll be reassessed.
The boys will be tested again to see who, and evaluated to see who continues with the national team.
Yeah.
Just to keep that fighting spirit going.
Yeah. I certainly hope we can get some live streamers in a regional as well. I actually was lucky enough to get to cover for one of the games for Coach Pierre, and a really exciting group of players in there as well. Coach Pierre has done really great work with them.
Yeah. Also an amazing team, the regional team. Speaks volume of the structure, having 2 equal teams going up to U13. You know,
How many boys is that between both teams? Is that
30
32?
right now.
30?
34 boys.
Incredible.
Yeah.
All of a really good level.
Incredible level. And watching some of the regional games, you could just tell that, you know, some of the boys are just working so hard to get in the national team.
It's fed down the line here to Jules, and Jules pushing forwards. Nice little jink to Matteo. We've got an overload, and Matteo just going directly for it. Can he get onto it? Solomon's also chasing it. He's around the keeper, and it is 5. Delight for PSU, and this is what we felt like a very tense game has become an exhibition, and Solomon really deserves that goal, you have to say. Matteo just bullying his way through them with a big touch. He wasn't the one who got on the end of it, but Solomon was, and rounding the keeper really nicely. And 5 to PSU. The quality has really come out in this second half. The quality was there the first half, but the finish was not, and they have been ruthless.
They fixed it.
They fixed it in a major way.
I'm sure Coach James was very tough on the finishing, because you know, that was very evident that that's the.
Oh, they're getting into a little bit of trouble back there. Hugo slightly underhit his pass back to Aiden.
Nice touch by Jedi.
First row, the defense has been
What a
very solid.
ball.
First row, and it's a great ball in by Jules and Tao here. And Stony Brook defense is looking a little bit ragged now. They've had to do a lot of chasing. Ed playing it into Jedi. He's got Jules up in a good position on the right, and Jules down to the byline, feeding it in. Oh, and that was the cross goal we've been hoping for.
Yeah, we were hoping to see one of those.
It goes
because
too far
they've
in
been
this
working
case.
on it. Yeah.
And here goes Tao, but he's having another go. He's found Jedi on the edge, and it's so decent. And he went for the spectacular. He couldn't quite connect it, and but it's back with PSU. Tao playing in Matteo with a great first touch. He set himself up, and it's just fizzed past the post.
Amazing first touch.
There's a real instinct for the goal amongst these attacking players. And it looks like we're about to have the final whistle. What a fantastic display, defensive and attacking. We haven't spoken about the defense so much, but clean sheet, 5 goals for PSU. It started off always PSU in control.
Solomon, you could see Solomon kind of saying, I don't know, to Matteo, I don't know if you're going to get it.
Yeah, that's he definitely gone to that.
Yeah.
Matteo was not passing that. That was a big touch for him to go into. I think probably overran it. But a terrific afternoon for PSU. Tense first half and first half of the second half as well. They just couldn't quite convert. But once the game opened, they really got in the mood. And I think what was it? It was a goal for Reppin opened the scoring.
Yep. Jules the second.
Jules second. Sam getting involved in both the first goals, scoring a penalty for the third. We had Ed.
Yeah, Ed with that beautiful fourth.
Yeah, with a rip from about 20,
and
25
Solomon
yards.
around in the goalie.
Yeah. It's 5 different goal scorers. Very pleasing.
Balanced, very balanced.
For Coach James.
Yeah.
And stick around, guys. We're going to have some post-match reaction from Coach James and from the boys. And so Kempi, that now makes it 3 wins for PSU, 1 draw. Still, they will either go at the end of this weekend top of the table outright, or they will be level on points still with Valencia. Where do you think the boys go for the second half of the season from here?
I think they're growing game by game. I got the chance to watch the first game, and they were really good in that game. But today I saw growth, over the last couple of weeks, and you expect that because with time, a lot can happen, and you could just see that these guys are really putting in the work. Coach James has been really locked in about working on the style of play that we want. So this is really, really good stuff to see them playing like this. Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, this is only their second year of 11 on 11, right?
This is their first well, they played a year up, but we had both teams playing a year up last year, so they got a taste of it. So you could tell that they're really organized. They're not, they're not all over the place. the 4 guys in the back there are just so poised and they get the job done.
Yeah. It's a big transition, isn't it, to 11v11?
Huge transition. I feel like the biggest one is just the fitness aspect of it. And spatially, it's now maybe 20 by 20 more yards that you have to be dealing with. So that's a lot from 9v9.
Yeah. So they look very coherent in terms of as a unit.
Yeah.
It's really.
Yeah, they're taking big strides, I think.
So,
and again, like, credit to Coach James as well, Coach Pierre. They're doing a really good job with away groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for our streams today, we've had Roma earlier today winning 3-0, National just winning 5. Any other big results this weekend, Kempy, for other PSU travel teams you think worth mentioning?
I think most of the teams did relatively good this week. Bianconeri played a good Apollo team. I went out to Long Island today. Boys played very well. We're in a very tough league, Premier League 1.
That's the Galacticos.
Galacticos, yeah. Unfortunately, they came out with a tie.
Yeah.
But played really, really good soccer, Boys, they're doing well. I haven't seen a lot of the girls' teams, but obviously undefeated all season, right?
For Arsenal.
The girl teams.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. Maybe a Celtic.
Oh, Celtic lost
yesterday.
Yeah, Celtic lost. Yeah,
it's been very shocking.
But
so, good weekend overall. I'm going to take this time now to interview some players. Coach Kempy, thank you so much for joining me today.
It was my pleasure.
And thank you for making this club so that we, with you and Nate and all the other coaches from the beginning, so we can watch these unbelievable boys 8 years later.
Yeah. It's, as I said before, refreshing to see this come to light right now.
I look forward to the next time we're out on the pitch again, Coach Kempy.
Yeah, man. All right. Thank you, Josh.
All right, guys. So now we're going to take this time to interview some of the PSU players. All right, guys, we're going to get a post-match interview. Who wants to give one? Jedi. Good lad, Jedi. Let me just get this done. And so Jedi, here's this microphone. I'm going to hold this here for you. So Jedi, it was 5-0. Quite a close game that you dominated, but couldn't score for a while. How do you feel overall the performance was?
I think it was really good in the first half. I think we had a lot of chances and we just couldn't finish. And in the second half, I think we were a lot more creative and people were making more runs.
Yeah, and so do you feel like was that the real difference for you in the second half to convert those goals? There was more creativity and flair on the pitch and runs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jed, I noticed you were playing in a bunch of different positions. Were you on the left, the right, the centre? Am I missing any others?
No.
Okay. And what is your favourite position to be out there on the pitch?
Well, I think I really liked playing on the left in the beginning because I liked crossing it, but I also like playing centre mid because you get to control the game a lot.
Nice. And five different goal scorers today. How much of this is a team effort for you, these wins?
I think everything. Like, everyone played really well. No one did more than anyone because everyone just did an amazing job.
Nice. And you boys are now you're top of the league, either joint top or outright top, depending on Valencia's results. I know that really the most important thing is the way you boys play. But do you feel like you're in with a shout for a top spot this season?
Yeah, I do. I think we won't lose this season. We have all of the skills and players to win, and if we do, we're just unlucky.
You feel like you can that sounded a little complacent, right? But what do you boys think you need to do to really get that? Because this is a very tough league. You're playing some tough teams. What do you think you boys need to do to really keep up this momentum in the second half of the season?
I think maybe working on our defense a little bit. We played really strong in the back, but just like clearing it more and trying to find better ways for like Aiden to play out from the goal.
Okay. Well, Jedi, great job today. Very impressive performance by you. Impressive performance by the team. Well done. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Thanks.
All right. Let's see if we got someone else. Hey, Ed or Dagan, both of you maybe. Come on, Ed, come here, goal scorer. Ed, well done on the win. Well done on the goal.
Thank you.
I saw you shaping up the whole game. I felt like it was a rehearsal for that beautiful goal you hit. You had about 3 or 4. Is that something from the training ground, that goal?
Something like it. Like I practice, sometimes I do something like that, and it's just I got kind of lucky with the shot, and it went in. I had a few chances like that, and I just happened to miss the goal.
Yeah.
But there I got kind of lucky, and it was a good shot.
That's one converted. And did you going in at half time? Did you expect? You know, it's 0-0 then. Did you expect that you'd be coming away with a 5-0 win?
Not at all. I hope we get 1 goal, and once we got 2, I was really hoping we'd get the 3rd, because then we get 3 points after the win, if we win. But no, I wasn't expecting a 5-0 win at all.
What do you think? Why do you think it really came together for you guys and you boys in the second half?
I think after the first goal, it gave us some momentum and some hope, and we really pulled it together and got 5.
Great goal, great performance today, Ed. Well done. And I'm looking forward to seeing you boys again out on the field soon.
Thank you.
All right, boys. Who else we got? Solomon, let's have you, young Solomon. We can have 2 if you want. Bruno, you want to come up with Solomon? I'll get you after.
Hey, Bruno.
Yeah. Okay.
What's up?
Solomon,
Yeah.
Bruno. Well done on the 5-0 win. What do you think? What changed in the second half that really let you boys put in 5?
I think after the first goal, we kind of got the momentum. Yeah, the momentum after the first goal. I feel like we were always better than that team. In the first half, we just weren't putting away our chances. Yeah, we weren't. But after the first goal, then the
floodgates really opened.
Yeah.
And it was Bruno. It's a clean sheet as well in the defence. Obviously, it's nice to talk about all the goals, but you guys were solid at the back.
Thank you.
What do you think was the key to your guys' success in keeping that clean sheet?
I think in the second half we played a higher line. I think Dagan noticed that actually, right?
Yeah, Dagan.
Yeah. And we were also just like taking our time. In the first half, we were just sort of booting it up every time. Second half, we sort of played more control. Yeah.
And Bruno, how much do you love AS Roma? Because I see your dad with the stuff. I saw a great picture of you with the Roma gear on.
Yeah, it's my favorite team.
Who's your idol from Roma?
Totti.
Totti. Okay.
Can I say something about that though? I've never seen him like anytime he's not in a PSU jersey. I've never seen him like not in a Roma jersey.
Is your pajamas Roma as well? No, not I've got some bad news for you, Bruno, as well. I asked the parents to send in pictures of the kids when they were younger, and your dad did take the liberty of sending in a picture of you in a Roma jersey when you looked maybe 4 or 5. So when you watch the live stream, you may want to have a word with him. I'm personally delighted because I think it made terrific television. But yes, it seems like you started very early in your Roma gear.
Yes.
Solomon, you managed to pip yourself a goal at the end. It looks like Matteo maybe was thinking he could have gone to the end of that. Do you think, was that, to me it looked like it was probably your ball. Do you think?
I mean, I was running to it and I was kind of like, will Matteo get there? I don't know. Better safe than sorry, I guess. I didn't know 100% that he could get there.
Yeah, you've got to. I think you got to be a little bit satisfied to score sometimes.
Yeah.
And boys, you are now top of the table still. We need to wait to hear about Valencia's result, but you either be outright top or level top. Halfway through, what do you think you guys need to do if you're going to kind of replicate the success in the second half of the season? What do you need to keep doing?
I definitely think we have to stay mentally focused. Yeah, we have to stay focused. We can't get cocky, even though we are top of the table. I think we definitely, if we play like we did today, I think we could beat all the teams in this league.
but if we get cocky, we might slip. So can't let that
Also,
happen.
like I think, sort of like he was saying, our
Oh, give me 1 sec. Sorry, boys. Let's just go to the iPhone sound. You might just bring it closer. Yeah. Sorry, boy. Sorry. What were you saying, Bruno?
I think our like technical skills are there.
Yeah.
But we need to keep up our mental skills. At least that's definitely the case for me.
So it's really keeping the focus, you think?
Yeah. And like, yeah, basically that.
Okay. Well, boys, what a great display by both of you, by the team today. Well done. I really hope I can get to see another game and see you out on the field on Monday.
Yeah.
Well done, boys.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. We are just going to try and fix this laugh mic. This is really fun technical stuff. Let's have a look if we have got our sound back. It looks like we have. Hip hip hooray and hurrah. Okay, so it seems a little bit loose. Alright. So who do we have behind us? We've got Gavin and Reppin. Long time waiting for that goal. You certainly the team was banging on the door. You broke the deadlock. What was going through your head when that ball dropped to you about right in the penalty spot?
That I had to score.
Yeah, you had to score. Did you think about where you're going to place it, or I'm just going to stick my foot through it and let it go in?
I hit it with I'm a lefty. I hit it with my right, so I thought I have to hit it as hard as I can.
And how much, boys, do you think did that change the dynamic of the game? Because you definitely were on top the whole game, but it seemed like it could be quite a nervy.
A lot. If you score one, you can score tons.
Yeah. And Gavin, you were causing all kinds of trouble on the right side. Some really fantastic runs, and Coach Kempe was really noticing that. A few chances where you had very close misses, where you created great spots. You just don't stop. What is kind of giving you that confidence just to keep on going, keep on trying?
Well, the first time when I missed a shot, I kind of was really mad. So I just wanted to prove myself and shoot and just play harder.
Yeah, and certainly delivered. How you covered quite a lot of ground. How much do you think you ran today?
I don't know.
Not sure. Well, yeah, we have to work it out. But are you gonna be able to get some relaxation the rest of this Sunday?
Probably. I have to stay for my brother's game. So.
Oh, which team your brother on? The Cali or?
Yeah, he's on Cali. He's number 7.
Who are they playing today?
I don't know. I think they might be scrimmaging.
Okay, and and boys, you guys are halfway through the season now, top of the league. What do you think needs to happen for you guys to keep the level up? The great start, great first half. What needs to be done?
You have to keep winning. Literally, you have to keep winning. But you have to want it more than everybody else.
I feel like the desire is going to be a big part of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel, Gavin?
Also, in the first half, we've always been a second half team. But if we could get our momentum going in the first half, we'll be really good, even better going into the second half.
All right. Well, boys, very, very good work today in the win. Really, really well deserved as a team. A great performance by all of you. And good luck with the training next week and next week's game.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Let's see. We've got Coach James over there. I do see he's setting up for his next game. But being a relentless television person, all I want to do is just go in for an interview. James, do you have 1 minute? One? All right. Okay. This is excellent. Relentless TV journalist. Let's come a little bit closer. Coach James is busy preparing for his Cali scrimmage, so we're just letting him set up. He's just setting up his penalty area, and then he's gonna come on over. And just to recap, the game finished. It was a 5-0 win for 2008 National. First half, a lot of chances, couldn't quite convert any of them though. And second half, it looked for the first 10-15 minutes as if it was also going to be that way. And it could maybe have even been a nervy last 20 minutes. But Reppin the ball dropping to him and hitting a sweet volley, and the floodgates opened. It was about 4 goals in 10 minutes for PSU, and it turned into exhibition soccer, and that now puts the boys at top of the table, maintain their spot top of the table. 3 wins, one draw so far, and but they've got a very tough run in the second half. And let's see, we've got Coach James coming over. Coach James, I'll just grab you for a minute because I know you've got another game. How do you feel that the game went today?
Great win. Really happy for the boys. First time that they've had that kind of score sheet. Tough first half in the sense of getting in the net, but it kind of started flowing once they got that first one. So I was really happy for them. Really proud of them. They've worked extremely hard, and they're reaping the benefits now. So yeah, good for them. And
like you said, it didn't really look like they were the better team the entire game, but they just couldn't quite find that finish, and it felt like the longer it was going to go on, the more nervous the game would get, and maybe Stony Brook could nick one themselves. How big a psychological shift was that first goal by Reppin?
It was huge, and that's something I actually touched on halftime about them, being worried that they might, pop one over, getting behind a breakaway. It just takes one chance. So I told them to be mindful, be aggressive, but let's still keep our shape, let's keep our mentals, let's be prepared for anything. But we had to be way more aggressive going forward. Thank you. We had to be way more aggressive going forward. So once Reppin, gave us that 1-0 lead, I think they all kind of took a really big deep breath, and then things started flowing for them. So it was great to see. What
an unbelievable attacking lineup you have. I mean, once they got through that barrier, looks like just playmakers, 6 playmakers out there.
I mean, it's you have such a problem selecting the team every week. Fantastic players. I told them before the game that there is no starting lineup, that every single one of them deserve and should be starting. That's why I like to rotate them a lot, and they work for each other. So when they're not having a good game, I tell them, listen, keep working, because your brother's going to come in and take care of business. So they're really, really taking to that, and today was just a fantastic day. Besides the scoreline, I demand a lot from them, especially at the halftime. I demanded more, and they really came through. So I think as long as if they feel good about how they felt on the field, regardless of scoreline, I think it's a great day. So
yeah, and finally, just talking about the defense as well, a clean sheet, an incredibly solid back line. How important are they as a foundation for the team's success?
I think it's one of our biggest keys. I think we work on it every single practice before any training session. Our back line, staying in shape, staying in line. It's extremely important to me. I used to be a defender, so I know how important it is. It's very close to my heart in that sense. They've really, from the first game to now, they've made a complete turn. They look fantastic today. I think that was one of the biggest highlights of the game, was the clean sheet, something that we were really striving for, and we got it, and now we can move forward and keep building on that. I think we got to keep building on it. So
top of the table, halfway through the season.
Yeah.
Feeling confident for the second half as well?
Confident, but there's still a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of good teams out there. Even the team we played today, a fantastic team. We have to respect every team and keep working. We got to work our tails off because there's people gunning for us now. We understand that, and we're just confident. We're confident in the way we play. We want to play our style, and we believe if we do the right things, we'll have the right results. So.
Coach James, congratulations on the winners. A pleasure to watch the boys play today. Really fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody watching.
All right, take care. All right, and guys, that just about wraps up our national live stream. Thank you everyone for tuning in. It was a terrific day for national. 5-0 winners, an expedition, and just a reminder, subscribe to the YouTube, which is in the description. We will have extended highlights of this game up there on Monday or Tuesday, post-match interviews, as well as all the other travel teams that we are streaming. It was such an exciting group of teams in this club, and thanks also again to Coach Kempe for joining me today, and enjoy the rest of your Sundays, everyone.
On 3, United. 1, 2, 3.
United!